From creepy monster parks where statues of terrifying creatures are rumored to come to life after dark, to abandoned villages where spirits of the past still linger, shadow people, unexplained electronic malfunctions, and evil curses await on my second list of the world's most haunted abandoned places. Let's start our adventure off with number 5, Ross Island. Ross Island, a forgotten gem in the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago, is steeped in chilling shadows of colonial history. In the late 19th century, it stood as a vibrant administrative center of British colonial rule through the region, a symbol of imperial grandeur. However, World War II brought an abrupt and dramatic change to the island's fate, and in 1942, the Japanese forces invaded the Andaman Islands, forcing the British to hastily abandon Ross. Incidentally, this once thriving colonial outpost was left to the ravages of time and nature, never to be reclaimed. The abandoned structures on Ross Island have become a canvas for eerie and unexplained phenomena, and brave souls who venture into its spectral embrace tell of encountering shadowy figures, elusive and enigmatic, that flit in and out of their peripheral vision, as if the very air holds secrets of the past. Sudden and inexplicable cold spots defy the tropical climate, sending shivers down the spines of those who dare to explore, and there are reports of objects long forgotten to history moving mysteriously as if guided by unseen hands abound. It's as though the island itself retains a spectral memory of its colonial past, where the echoes of long-lost footsteps and voices continue to resonate through time. Visitors also often describe an overwhelming feeling of being watched, as though the ghosts of the island's colonial era closely observe their every movement, and these unseen entities are believed to yearn for a connection with the living, their presences intensifying after the sun sets, and when the moon casts eerie shadows upon the decaying buildings. Some even speak of experiencing ghostly touches, like a brush of a cold hand upon their skin or the sensation of spectral breath on their necks. Ross Island is a place where history lingers in the most haunting of ways, where the past refuses to fade into obscurity. Number 4, Varosha. Varosha, once a vibrant jewel along the coast of Famagusta, Cyprus, embodied the epitome of Mediterranean allure through the 20th century. But in 1974, amidst the tumultuous backdrop of the Turkish invasion of Cyprus, Varosha's story took a tragic turn. Its streets, once teeming with life and laughter, were abruptly deserted as residents fled for their lives, and the city, frozen in time under the watchful gaze of the military, became a haunting testament to the ravages of conflict. The eerie stillness of Varosha conceals a world where time has lost its grasp. Visitors recount spine-tingling tales of encountering full-bodied apparitions, phantom figures forever locked in the midst of their leisurely pursuits. Statues and monuments, once lifeless, are said to stir as if yearning for the vibrant days of yore, and an inexplicable fog, thick and laden with a sense of foreboding, meanders through the streets, revealing and obscuring in equal measure, and moving with an almost sentient intent, as though it guards the city's very secrets. In this ghostly enclave, even the air seems to throb with a spectral presence, a constant reminder of the city frozen in time, and reports of objects shifting of their own volition, as if guided by unseen hands, adds an even eerier aura. Some say the city itself possesses a consciousness, a chilling sentinel over a realm trapped in the relentless grip of history. Varosha, with its spectral echoes, serves as a stark reminder that some scars of the past just refuse to heal. Number 3, the Bomarzo Monster Park. The Bomarzo Monster Park, a park of the monsters, emerges like a surreal dreamscape in the Italian countryside. Conceived in the 16th century by Pier Francesco Orsini, it's a place where art and grief intertwine. The park's bizarre sculptures and monstrous creations were born from Orsini's profound sorrow and following the loss of his beloved wife. Beyond its eerie sculptures, the park conceals a realm where the boundary between the living and the spectral becomes somewhat blurred, and visitors have recounted chilling encounters with shadowy figures that appear to emerge from the very stone, their forms twisting and contorting in an eerie dance, and some tell of the giant effigies coming to life or even moving silently through the area after dark. Patches of fog, imbued with a disconcerting sentience, glide with purpose, wrapping around explorers like spectral tendrils, and the sensation of being watched is inescapable, as if the very sculptures harbor secrets and a sinister curiosity about those who dare to tread their hallowed grounds. Unexplained phenomena abound, with objects reported to move of their own accord and ethereal voices that whisper cryptic messages to those who dare listen. And some even speak of encountering full-bodied apparitions, spectral beings who beckon from the shadowy corners of the park, with the very air seemingly charged with an eerie energy, as if the site itself possesses a dark, enigmatic soul. The Bomarzo Monster Park is a place where the line between the natural and supernatural blurs, where art and history merge into a tapestry of the otherworldly. Number 2. Kayaköy. Kayaköy, often referred to as the Ghost Village, is a hauntingly beautiful and melancholic place with a history that stretches back centuries. This serene locale, situated in the picturesque southwestern region of Turkey, was once a thriving Greek community, and its roots can be traced back to the time of the Ottoman Empire, when Greeks and Turks coexisted in relative harmony. However, the winds of history would take a tragic turn in 1923, following the Treaty of Lausanne and the subsequent population exchange between Greece and Turkey. And as part of this tumultuous trade, the Greek residents of Kayaköy were forcibly uprooted from their ancestral homes, leaving behind a village steeped in history and culture. Overnight, Kayaköy transformed from a vibrant and thriving community into a ghostly relic of its former self. The village, now abandoned and in ruins, is a place where the past refuses to be forgotten. Its haunting phenomena are a testament to the enduring connection between the living and the spirits of those who once called Kayaköy their home. One of the most chilling aspects of Kayaköy is the presence of full-bodied apparitions, and visitors and locals alike have reported sightings of ghostly figures that seem to reenact scenes from daily lives they once lived. While spectral families are glimpsed engaging in routines, children playing in the streets, and echoes of conversation long past can still be heard on the winds. It's as though time itself has become a loop here, with the spirits of the departed trapped in the moments of their past lives. Statues and relics, remnants of a bygone era, have taken on an eerie sentience. Some claim to have witnessed these objects moving with purpose or intent, as if trying to restore life to the village or recreate the vibrancy of days gone by, with symbols of the once thriving community now bearing witness to its emptiness. Eerie touches and the sensation of being brushed up against by unseen entities are common amongst those who explore Kayaköy, and visitors describe encounters with an invisible presence that seems to yearn for recognition, as if the spirits of the village wish to communicate their stories to the living. It's an unsettling experience that leaves a lasting impression on those who dare to venture into its ghostly enclave. The village itself seems to pulse with history's echoes. The stones and ruins retain memories of those who once lived there, and the land itself carries the weight of stories that unfolded within its boundaries. In the present, Kayaköy stands as a poignant reminder of the human stories that reside within its ruins and within us all, as a place where the then and now coexist in an eerie and haunting harmony. Number 1. St. John's Orphanage. St. John's Orphanage, located in GOULBURN, Australia, is a place steeped in a dark and troubled history that spans over a century. Established in the late 19th century, its origins were rooted in notable intentions to provide refuge and care for vulnerable children who had lost their parents or that were abandoned. And at its inception, it was seen as a beacon of hope, a sanctuary for those who had no other place to turn. However, over the decades, this institution's once praiseworthy mission became overshadowed by harrowing reports of abuse and neglect. As the number of children in its care grew, stories of mistreatment emerged, painting a grim portrait of life within the orphanage's walls, and accounts of physical and emotional cruelty inflicted upon young wards tarnished its reputation, casting a long and ominous shadow over its legacy. The haunting phenomena that surrounds St. John's Orphanage are, in many ways, a chilling testament to the pain and suffering endured within its walls, and those who have dared to explore its decaying corridors tell of spine-tingling experiences that defy rational explanation. One of the most haunting aspects of St. John's is the relentless cries of children that echo through the dimly lit and crumbling hallways, and witnesses report hearing the heart-rending wails and pleas of orphaned souls, their voices carrying the weight of untold torment. These ghostly cries seem to emanate from the very walls themselves, as if the anguish of the past has been eternally etched into the building's very foundation. Apparitions of children in tattered and ethereal attire have been witnessed, their mournful eyes seemingly pleading for recognition and justice. These spectral manifestations often appear in places where children once lived, played, and suffered, and their presence is a haunting reminder of the innocent lives that were forever scarred by the cruelty they endured. Statues and religious relics, once intended to offer solace and comfort, now take on an eerie aspect, and many have reported these objects moving with a deliberate and unsettling intent, as if seeking to draw attention to the unspeakable acts that transpired within the orphanage's walls. It's as though they bear silent witness to the pain and suffering that unfolded in its midst. An inexplicable fog has been known to enshroud the premises, parting intermittently to unveil secrets from the history's darkest chapters. And this eerie phenomenon seems to carry with it the collective memories of the orphans who suffered within the walls, manifesting a spectral image and ghostly reenactments of the past. Overwhelming sensations of being watched and touched by unseen entities permeate the air within St. John's, and visitors recount feeling an invisible presence that brushes up against them, evoking an unsettling sense of dread, as though the very atmosphere is charged with spectral energy, yearning to bridge the gap between the living and departed, and to bear witness to the injustices of the past. Today, St. John's Orphanage stands as one of Australia's most feared and haunted locations. Today, St. John's Orphanage stands as one of Australia's most feared and haunted locations, a site where the past refuses to fade, and where the echoes of anguish persist into the present. It serves as a chilling reminder of the horrors that unfolded behind its walls, and the spirits of those who endured the unspeakable continue to reach out from the depths of beyond, seeking acknowledgement and justice for the suffering they experienced. Thanks for joining me on my third list of the world's most haunted abandoned places. If you enjoyed hearing my histories and ghost stories, subscribe to my channel, like this upload, and share me with anyone you feel could use a good scare. Pleasant dreams.